Hi besties, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Maya. I'm ridiculously excited for this video because I haven't uploaded a video in 2 weeks. I record on my phone, right? I have a Samsung Z Flip 5 phone or whatever it's called, and I went to the gym and I dropped it on gym equipment, and then the bendy screen snapped, so that is no longer here. So I record myself because on that flip phone you can see yourself with a reflection of the camera, so you're using your back camera but you can do it so the screen shows you yourself as the flip version, so I can see myself all the time. I can see if like the books are like in screen and things. So yeah, phone broke, really depressing, time to be alive. You don't realise how much you rely on your phone, like honestly. I was struggling with everything I did because I was like, oh, I'll do, no I can't, oh, take a pic, no I can't, oh, use Google Maps, no I can't. It just, everything was through my phone. So that was a very fun time to be alive, fun to experience, never going to experience that again. Never. So I basically have 3 days where I can just chill with you. It's really sunny in the UK again, so we might go on for like walks and be in nature and stuff. But yeah, I've got a couple books I want to read, a couple of days. I thought I'd just vlog it. We can get a nice little vlog out and just spend the weekend together. I am currently in the middle of reading a book called Sorcerer and Small Magics. I have only just started it. I am on page 41, so chapter 5. This is a male and male. It's about, so you have scribes where they, well, they're not really called scribes. It's a magic world where you can like do spells, and you have someone who writes said spells, and then you have someone who does like performs the spells. They cannot do each other's jobs. You like get brought up and you have the talent for it or you don't, and vice versa. So our main guy, and I kind of envision him as Klaus. That's where my head currently is, with his clumsiness, his hair, his like, his need to goof off. Is a really laid back, I kind of don't care what you think about the type of guy, and it just gives off Klaus. So that's who I imagine Klaus. He's from like a really high up family. He was like really well off by his name. Like if you said that name, everybody knows him. Like he's like top tier, quite high up. And his brother's doing really well in, it's kind of like the Magic's army, where you like put protection spells on things so people can't get in and people get out, that type of stuff. The brother, our main guy, he's just like, you've got all the attention, the spotlight is on you, and it should remain on you for the foreseeable future because I do not want it on me. And that's their relationship, which is, I'm gonna get it. I get it, you know, I get it. Then our other guy, the one who actually does the spells, he is dark, moody, who's surprised, really tall, doesn't smile, keeps himself to himself, and those two guys don't like each other at the start. Like they don't get along at all. Our main guy, so Klaus, he likes to annoy the other dude, Sebastian, so much. Like he kind of gets off on it. It's that like teasing, I'm gonna go my way to make his life a little bit worse type of thing. And our main guy, he can do little spells. So he's the writer. They have to have good imagination, make sure it works, use the correct word, and otherwise it can go really bad. And he does little ones where he can put like a spell on your clothes, so within winter it remains warm so you never feel cold, or in summer where your clothes will always feel cooler so you're cooler through summer, or things where like you can change the colour of your eyes or change the colour of your hair, which I've recently just done, and things like that. But with it being a special edition, I am able to see a violin here, and it also has our main guy playing violin. So there's little bits and bobs of him playing the violin and going into detail, and it's very whimsical. Currently, stuff's happened, there's a thing that's happened, and that thing's just kind of dragging on a little bit for my liking, so I'm kind of losing a little bit of interest, just a little bit, but I'm losing a bit of an interest. So we're going to finish that one. Hopefully I won't DNF it because I do want to finish it because it's a very pretty book, but we'll see how it goes. And then because we have a couple more days of this vlog, I do have 2 books that I'm interested in reading. They're only small, but there's Killjoy by Holly Jackson, and it is a tiny book, less than 250 pages, and the wording is very large. So I want to go back into A Good Girl's Guide to Murder because I have all of the books and I've only read book 1, so that one needs to be read. Very excited for it. basically, I won't tell you about the whole series, but the first book, it's about a girl in school who needs to do her thesis on a topic, and she dedicates it on someone who gets murdered or someone who gets put in jail and stuff like that, and then she finds out what actually happened, and you go through it with her and you go through all the tests and experiments, and you kind of put things together with her, and she's just a normal girl from school. Like, it's quite good that way. I mean, I am older, a little bit older than university age, so it's a bit depressing. I'm getting older than my characters. And have the Rainfall Market, and this one is on my spring to be on. I'm very looking forward to it. Basically, it's about, I think it's about a girl. This is where you go for your dreams. Am I getting mixed up? Because I feel like I'm getting this mixed up. Yes, I was right. Okay, if she doesn't find her dream life, she'll be trapped inside the market forever. So when you have dreams, you go into here, and if you can't get like to a conclusion or realise something, you cannot escape this place. And it's really cute because it's raining, obviously, the Rainfall Market. She has a cat with her, a little white one, and it's meant to be just beautiful and really whimsical. But that's all I know. I like translated fictions. I am really liking that, and I want to start getting into them. I do have quite a few, but I've just not read them yet, so I'm really looking forward to this. So I do have those 3 books that we'll start off with, and then if we finish a book then we move on, but I really doubt we'll finish this one. Yeah, those 2 are tiny, but I've still got to get through this. Yeah, we'll catch up shortly. Really sunny, like it's so bright, it's so incredibly warm, and it's not the vibe I'm wanting. I love summer, I really do, but I am feeling autumn. I am feeling wind, rain, thunderstorms, clouds. That's currently my mood. I do have a bit of an update with this book. I remember saying that I was loving this book. It was really nice, it was whimsical, it was beautiful. I liked where the story was going. I liked the academic type of vibes. I will always like academic reads. But it just didn't hit the spot, and it still proceeds to not hit the spot. It was quite exciting, open up the world, telling you, like, introducing new people and telling you how the world worked and how the like academic structural works and everything. It was really good and detailed, and I liked to open up seeing how people were with each other, feelings and stuff, and it was really good. And then our main guy got a little bit annoying, which, okay, yes, flirt if you want, boys with boys per se, but it was like doing things where the main guy was just chilling in a field, just having his lunch outside, enjoying the sun, and our main guy thought it'd be funny to put a spell on him to turn his hair pink, and that other guy had no interest in him. They weren't friends or anything, and he just did so many annoying things like that, where it was just tiny petty little things. I mean, I like petty things, I am the queen of pettiness, but it was just too much for me, and that says something. Stuff happened, and then they went on an adventure together, and then I thought, didn't really like where that was going. I'd read it, I'm continuing reading it because I want to find out what was going, and the plot kind of stayed the same. Again, it's a cozy fantasy read, so you kind of expected that. I still try to read cozy fantasies, cozy romances, and I try, but I lose interest so quickly because I like action. I like when things are hitting the roof. I like it when there's consequences and stuff, and in these cozy fantasies, there's just not that many things at risk, and still probably going to try. So it's probably, my opinion on this is probably because I just don't like cozy fantasies, but I'm still trying to like it. And I've only reading this because it was in my monthly subscription. I probably would not have chosen this book. I probably wouldn't have bought this book or anything. I only have it because of my monthly subscription, and I don't skip because I have real FOMO when it comes to things. I am a FOMO queen, and I'm very scared to miss out on things. So that's why I don't skip, because what if it's a book that's beautiful, and what if it's a book that I just didn't think I'd like it, but I loved it, like top tier, 6 out of 5 star reads, favourite read of the year, and I just don't like missing out on that chance. Yes, it's annoying because you're still spending money on books that you probably would have bought, but it's a nice experience to go through. Okay, don't come for me. As I was saying, yeah, they went on a little adventure, and the adventure was really slow and boring and not much happened. It's starting to pick up now though. It's starting to be more like my cup of tea, so there's like action, well, kind of. It's still beautiful, it's still whimsical, it's still cozy, but there's just a little bit more risk here. So I am starting to like it. I'm on chapter 27, page 350, and I think I have like 60 pages left of this book, and then I've completely finished. So far, 3-star read. It's all right. Look, the romance, not there really, not existing, and kind of sad about that because I like gay romances. They are just so beautiful, and I love that about that. I cannot read lesbian ones. I don't know why. It's just never vibed with me. I can never, because I think it's because if it's a girl main character, I envision myself as her, and because I'm straight, I'm not gay, I can't see myself like that. But because it's a boy's point of view, I don't see myself in their shoes. I think that's why. I don't know, but normally gay books are just so beautiful, and I'm just not vibing with this one whatsoever. So that is a shame, but at least we're just taking a book, and then I can sell it and get rid of it and then move on with my life. My next book I am then going to read is The Rainfall Market. I am very excited for this. I feel like the Killjoy one I'm more excited for, but it's too bright, it's too sunny. I want to read something that's going to creep me out at night time. So I don't think I'm probably going to finish this book. I mean, I might do, but the wording is quite compacted. We shall see. It's only a 200-page book, so I could finish that this morning. It is 9 o'clock, so I do have all day to read. So we will see how that goes. Very excited for it. I'm probably going to focus on finishing Sorcerer's Small Magics and then go on to the Rainfall Market, and then once I've got a bit of an update, read a little bit of this, I'll probably come back to you. I am going to go for a little nature walk soon. I just feel like I want to be out in the sun, get some sun on me. I am white and pale, so I need a little bit of tanniness going on. And I don't know, I feel like it's been a while since I've gone for a walk. I want to see some pretty flowers, some nice greenery trees, because looking at all the trees now, all the greens come back and it's just making me really happy, and I'm loving it. But again, I am an autumn. I am autumn. That is me. Speak to you soon. Loves and kisses. Loves and kisses? Hugs and kisses. You get it. Bye. It is later on in the day since I last spoke to you. I do have a little bit of an update, not a massive amount. I would have preferred to have come into this being like, oh my god, I finished a book, let's talk about it. I didn't finish a book. This book, right, I'll show you said book I'm talking about. This book I am enjoying. Right, don't get me wrong, it's a very sweet, whimsical, cosy fantasy. And the idea is amazing. Like, I watch anime because the story plots are out of this world. And like Korean and Japanese retellings is kind of the same stuff as that. Because again, with K-dramas, which is Korean dramas, I watch those as well. There's just something where the story plots are crazy. Absolutely crazy. There was this one K-drama where I watched, and it's kind of like a period. So rather than her having a period, she changes to a completely different person. Could be male, could be female, could be a toddler, could be a child, could be an adult, could be an old lady, old man, anything. Skinny, fat, different colours, literally anything. It goes into depth where every time of the month she'd change. So she'd struggle having friendships, she'd struggle having a job, she'd especially struggle having a boyfriend. And I just thought that process, whoever thought of that is a genius, because who would think of that story plot? Like, it's actually quite crazy, you know? So that's why I like reading Korean retellings. Is this a one? Yeah, this is a Korean one. And the story I am liking, but because it's just such a cosy fantasy, it's so slow. And sitting here for hours reading this is making me not want to pick this book up. So rather than me wanting to DNF this book, not because I'm not enjoying the story plot, but just because I just don't want to read it right now, I thought I'd put this one down and pick up Killjoy. But I just wanted to go in depth a little bit about this book. So our main girl, I do not know what I said earlier actually. So the story of this is, if you have a really shit, shocking life and nothing goes well for you, if you post a letter of everything that's gone wrong in your life, like make yourself sound awful, then ship it off to whatever this address is, and then they'll give you a ticket. You would have to go to this like village, this town, and then this building of the first day of like the rainy weather. So like over in Korea, everywhere really, will have like a season where it's just pure rain for a couple of weeks. It could be a couple of days or anything, but that is when you have to go to this rainfall market on the first ever day. And you go in, you are not allowed to leave until you finish or complete a certain aspect. And if you do not choose how your life will change, you are stuck there forever and you will poof, disappear completely. That was kind of magical. Disappear, absolutely just be gone to this world. So she goes through the challenges of how to choose how her life's going to be, because she's obviously not happy with it, and she comes across all these challenges, and it's quite cute to see her just kind of work through everything, making friends, making enemies, and just kind of living through her day-to-day life while under pressure to make sure she changes her life and leaves the rainfall market before she poofs, disappears, gone forever. And it's nice because the people, creatures, aliens, monsters in here, it's nice seeing how they come across and how they have opinions on humans. Like, a lot of the time they call her a little human girl, but they look quite like humans. I'd say the most realistic thing that's coming to mind, like what my mind's imagining these creatures, is an orc, I'd say. So they look human, but they've got like a couple of little tusks here and they're just like a bigger size. And that's it. I think that's the only difference that there is here. But it's nice, it's whimsical, it's beautiful. I keep saying it, blah, blah, have a shot every time I say that. But I am on a page 123. So I do have 69, funny enough, 69 pages left. But I'm not reading it tonight because I'm going to hate this book by the time today finishes. So yeah, I'm putting that down. Gonna continue reading it tomorrow. Gonna go for a walk on my lunch break, have a nice time outside, then come back. If I have anything left, I'll read it, which I probably will do. So I'm gonna go on to Killjoy. If you do not know what Killjoy is, it's the 0.5 book of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And I've read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder without reading this. You don't need to read this to understand the story plot of the first book. This one just kind of gives you more of an opening to where, like, the main girl's called Pip. It's kind of gives you an opening to where Pip got her, like, enthusiasm for the murder, for solving things, for solving puzzles, because how much she enjoys it and how her brain just like shuts off the whole world and just kind of focuses on this one thing. This is basically where it gives you an introduction to every single character of the book and the original story for A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, like that murder, it kind of is mentioned here and it goes into what depth. Again, you do not want to read it, but with how small it is, kind of, why not? It's just a bit of a no-brainer and it sounds bloody amazing, you know? So this one is basically about all of the main friendship group go to one of the lads' house, and they have like an organised planned like date night, like a party. Rather than having like a movie night or drinking night or whatever the hell you want to think about, they do a murder mystery night. So basically they all have to dress up in a certain character, go speak in character, act in character. They cannot stop acting in character. And then they're given these little booklets, and then the brother of the house and his older brother like demonstrate it all, go through it all. They're the one who's organised it all, and they have prompts around the house, and they give each person like a booklet, and they have to go through it that way. It's just basically a murder mystery, and I know all of this just by doing research on it, so I hope to God it kind of lives up to expertise. And yeah, because you're acting in character, you have to then look at all the plots, look at other people's point of views, and then figure out who done it, who did the murder, because there's a murder in this house. It's a game. That's why I'm liking it, because I've never read something where it's about a murder and it's in a game. But it says, this murder mystery party is to die for, discover where Pip's story begins. And it's under 200 pages, like under 250. It is 138. It's just very excited for it. It is, like I said earlier, it's later in the day. It doesn't look it like it looks like full on daytime. It is bright. So going to sleep tonight for work tomorrow is going to be ridiculously fun. But it is 8 o'clock, so 8 o'clock at night, just to state. It's been another day, but I'm ready to kind of just get in bed, read this book, have a good experience, and not gonna lie, probably not gonna speak to you tonight because kind of don't want it. So we'll speak tomorrow. We'll have an update. I will hopefully have been able to finish this book, and I will hopefully be close to finishing this book. If not, we can finish this together to see how the ending is, and then we will close this video up. I do want to do some stuff to my book reading journal. So every vlog I do, I'm talking for such a time, I do apologise. This is the last thing I will say. Every time I do a vlog, I like to do at least 1 or 2 pages of my book reading journal, just because it's nice to look back and it's nice to see if I like enjoyed it and how many books I read, and yeah, my thoughts and opinions on each book, especially the rating. I'm really liking just jotting down all my feelings and emotions of every book out there, because it's just kind of cool to just have all this on paper. So we'll go through that probably tomorrow, and then yeah, see you soon. Good night. Bye. guys, it's the next day. I have a little bit of an update for you guys, just a smidgen. I have finished the Rainfall Market and I've also finished Killjoy, so we have a lot to go through. But I'm here to basically end this video and I just want to talk about these books and then we can go. I can leave you. You can just enjoy your evening wherever you are in the world and then we can just move on with our lives, you know? One of those videos. Sorcery and Small Magics is beautiful. It's a beautiful story. The love romance for me, like the love interest, was kind of not there. It was non-existent to me. Could have been cuter. There was one where he's kind of like, the guy falls first and then the other guy just didn't fall. I feel like if he fell, it could have been so cute, it could have been so much better. The world itself was actually really interesting. That's probably my favourite thing about the story plot. I rated it 3-star, wasn't obsessed, feel like it could have been better, but I'm glad I've read it because it was quite pretty. But again, I feel like it just could have expanded a bit more, could have been a bit bigger, could have been a bit better. One of those. And I'm not obsessed with the special edition, which is honestly a shame. Absolute shame. Killjoy, I bloody love this. Oh my god, it was amazing. So I was reading this at night time, as you saw, and it was kind of dark outside. Well, it was getting dark and I was in bed, and yeah, it's a game, as I've said before, it's a game, and I was feeling so uncomfortable reading this. Like, it actually made me scared of my surroundings, to like look around so that no one's watching me. Really enjoyed this. Still debating whether I want to rate it like a 4-star or a 5-star because I can't stop thinking about it. Since I read it, can't stop thinking about it. And usually when I'm thinking about a book multiple days after I've read it, usually a 5-star rate for me because I kind of like the stuff that sticks with you. They're the best ones. Definitely recommend reading A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I definitely suggest reading this book, the 0.5, before the rest. Again, it hasn't spoiled anything for me because obviously I read the first book before this one. It's just nice to know. It's just nice to see a murder party because the rest of the books is actually an actual murder. So this is nice seeing like the fake side. It is YA, so nothing massively gruesome is in there as well, but definitely recommend this. It's just nice to see everybody just delve into it and see how hippos have that mind process, especially Pips, because you do see Pips throughout the rest of the books, but this one she just delves into her character a lot more, and it's nice to see her step out of her comfort zone and understand how her brain works. It was, yeah, very much recommend. The Rainfall Market. I enjoyed this. Not so much I might recommend it to people. 3-star read for me. It was really whimsical. Again, like the first book, I'm not a massive whimsical person, but the Korean and Japanese retelling books are just so heartwarming and it just touches you in a certain part of your soul and it makes you think and it makes you realise things and it makes you want to be better in life, and that's what I like about these books. But I also, you can't sit down and read them all like you can with like a fantasy book because you need to kind of like take it bit by bit, otherwise it gets really boring. There's a girl here and she wants to improve her life, and she gets a golden ticket and she gets like introduced to this event, the Rainfall Market, and she has to go through, find these globes which will then give her a new life. She finds a cat along the way and they have like this nice little friendship. It's really cute. In this market you have to find these orbs, and these orbs give you a certain life, and once you leave the market with this orb, that's what your life turns into. But each orb that she looks into, it kind of gives you a point of view from how that life would go. For example, if she chose that she wants to go to university, she wants to go to her favourite university, it showed a guy going to university and then his application got denied, and then it showed how that affected him. It shows things like if you're on a really happy relationship at the start, get married, have children, and then how it degrades over the years and it makes you feel really awful. It goes through so many options of life that can happen, and it relates to how her feelings are about that situation and how other people's feelings about it, and it's just nice to just sit there and actually just think about life. Sometimes it's a nice change from like fourth, in which you just do not think of anything else other than that world. This one makes you like assess your own life and think of it that way. I read this straight, so I got kind of fed up about this book yesterday. Today wasn't too bad because I finished on my lunch break while I was like sunbathing and it was a really nice view. But yeah, if you're reading something like this, maybe read maybe 2 chapters a day, or unless you like cosy reads, then just sit down and read it. But if you're like me, who's more of a fantasy girly, take your time. It will put you off the book if you sit there and constantly read it. honestly take your time with this, because I feel like if I took my time, instead of it being a 3-star, it would have been a 4-star and I would have enjoyed it a lot more than that. But 3-star, I rushed it, kind of lost interest in it a little bit, but anyway, you know. Kind of ridiculously happy that I've read 3 physical books in this video, because I have 127 unread books. I started this year off at 125. I have been in a book buying ban for 2 months. The maths isn't mathing currently, which is really interesting, because what is going on, honestly, what is going on? But I actually really enjoyed doing this. It's nice to get through a couple of books that I've been putting off for a while, and ones that I realised I'm missing. Like, I didn't realise how much I've been missing A Good Guide to Murder until I read this book, and now I'm like really intrigued to just finish the rest of them off and just get it done and dusted, which I'm going to probably choose the next one for next read. I also love how my book journal turned out, because I really like that page. I took inspo and it's like really book journaling. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I didn't speak about the books in it when I was writing it. I was just talking about this vlog itself. Sometimes I talk about books in depth, and sometimes I just talk about how it's feeling about the whole vlog. But again, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye. It's gone dark. Hello. It is a 5-star. Nope.